Most of us know the classic cruise do's and don'ts. Don't smoke in your cabin, don't sneak off with those plush bathrobes, and always remember your muster drill. But cruising in 2026 is a whole new world. Cruise lines have overhauled everything from technology and security to the check-in process, and these changes are catching even the most seasoned travelers by surprise. It's not just about packing the right clothes anymore. Now it's about navigating smart elevators, strict security scanners, and even new rules for your tech gadgets. I've heard from so many travelers who came home to shocking phone bills, missed the ship because of a time mix-up, or found themselves pulled aside by security for something as innocent as a forgotten medicine bottle. The smallest oversight can cost you precious time, money, or even your entire vacation. That's why today, I'm sharing the 15 cruise mistakes passengers are still making in 2026. Mistakes that can easily be avoided if you know what to watch for. Whether you're a first-timer or a veteran cruiser, steering clear of these pitfalls will save you money, stress, and maybe even your vacation itself. Let's get started. Let's kick things off with a costly mistake I see all too often: the port day phone roaming trap. You're excited, you've just docked in a beautiful new city, and you want to post that first selfie to family and friends. But here's what most people don't realize. If you turn off airplane mode before you're fully in port, your phone might latch onto the ship's satellite network instead of a local carrier. This can rack up hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars in roaming charges before you even realize it's happened. The fix is simple, but it takes a little patience. Wait until you're on solid ground and see your phone connect to a local carrier. Don't trust it just because you see land out the window. Sometimes the ship's network lingers even after docking. Double-check your network provider before you start scrolling or making calls. It's a small step that can save you a huge headache later. It's easy to assume that if you get a headache or a minor scrape, popping down to the ship's medical center is no big deal. But let me tell you, medical care at sea is not cheap. Even a basic consultation can cost hundreds of dollars, and treatments or prescriptions add up quickly. I've seen travelers get hit with unexpected bills just because they didn't pack a basic first aid kit. My tip? Pack your own over-the-counter meds. Think pain relievers, seasickness remedies, bandages, and any personal prescriptions you might need. It's not just about saving money, it's about saving time and stress when you're far from home. And always check with your insurance to see what's covered at sea, just in case. Gone are the days of stepping into an elevator and simply pressing your floor button. With new smart elevators on most ships, you now select your floor outside the elevator before you get in. For first-timers, this can be confusing and even a little embarrassing, especially when you find yourself riding the elevator up and down with no idea how to get where you want to go. Don't be afraid to ask a crew member or watch for instructional signs outside the elevator banks. Select your floor on the digital panel and the system will direct you to the right car. It's efficient once you get the hang of it, but not knowing how it works can waste a lot of your precious vacation time. Security at cruise terminals has tightened up in 2026, and what you pack matters more than ever. Items that might seem harmless, like CBD products, empty ammo casings, or certain prescription meds, can trigger long delays or even get you denied boarding. I've met travelers who spent hours sorting things out, all because of something they didn't think twice about packing. Before you leave home, double-check your bags. Review your cruise line's latest prohibited items list, and if you're unsure about any medication, bring documentation or a prescription label. It's worth that extra 5 minutes of prep to avoid hours of hassle on embarkation day. We all love to snag a good pool chair, but cruise lines are cracking down on the age-old habit of reserving chairs with towels or bags. In 2026, if you leave your things unattended for more than 30 minutes, crew members will remove them and free up the spot for someone else. No more saving chairs for hours while you're off enjoying other activities. If you want a prime seat by the pool, plan to stay and enjoy it. Otherwise, be considerate and let other guests have a turn. This new policy makes it fairer for everyone, but it also means you need to be strategic about your pool time. Technology is everywhere on cruises these days, including the latest smart glasses with built-in cameras. But be careful, these aren't allowed in certain spaces like kids' clubs, spas, and locker rooms, all for privacy reasons. Security staff will ask you to remove or store them if they spot you wearing them in restricted zones. Always check the posted signs and respect the rules. If you need to wear smart glasses for accessibility or other reasons, let the staff know in advance. Most cruise lines are happy to accommodate, but they take guest privacy seriously, especially in family and wellness spaces. Even on the most casual cruise lines, specialty restaurants often have their own dress codes. You might be turned away if you show up in flip-flops or a t-shirt, so always come prepared with a pair of closed shoes and a collared shirt. It's a small detail, but it can make or break your dining plans. Before you leave home, check your cruise line's restaurant and evening dress code policies. Packing one smart casual outfit doesn't take up much space, and you'll thank yourself when it's time for that special dinner at sea. Here's a classic mistake in a modern world. Your phone automatically switches to the local time when you're in port, but the ship sticks to ship time, which can be different. If you rely on your phone's clock, you could miss the ship's departure or show up late for a scheduled activity. The solution? Always check the ship's official schedule, usually posted in the daily newsletter or the cruise app, and set your phone or watch accordingly. When in doubt, ask a crew member what time it is on the ship before heading out for the day. In 2026, ports are using strict boarding windows to manage crowds and speed up the check-in process. Arriving too early or too late can mean waiting outside the terminal or, in some cases, missing your slot entirely. Think of your boarding time as you would a flight. Be there on time, but not before. Double-check your assigned boarding window in your cruise documents, and plan your transportation accordingly. If you're running late, contact the cruise line as soon as possible. They might be able to help, but don't count on it. Treat that window seriously. Onboard credit is a great perk, but honestly, it comes with strings attached. Many promotions exclude using credit for gratuities, specialty dining, or certain purchases. I've met travelers who thought their bill was covered, only to get a surprise charge at the end. So, always read the fine print to see what your onboard credit can and can't be used for. If you're unsure, just ask at guest services early in your trip. It's better to know upfront and plan your spending, rather than face a bill you weren't expecting. Buffets are a highlight of any cruise, but strict hygiene rules are in place for everyone's safety. In 2026, you must wash or sanitize your hands before entering, and crew members will remind you, sometimes pretty firmly, if you forget. It's all about keeping outbreaks at bay and making sure everyone has a healthy trip. So, make it a habit to stop at the hand washing station or sanitizer dispenser before you grab a plate. Not only will you breeze through the line, but you'll also do your part to keep the ship clean for everyone. It's tempting to check your messages or scroll through social media while relaxing at sea, but if your phone isn't in airplane mode, you could be in for a nasty surprise. Even background app updates can trigger roaming charges, and satellite data rates are, honestly, sky high. As soon as the ship pulls away from port, switch your phone to airplane mode. Use the ship's Wi-Fi for online access, or just unplug and soak up the scenery. It's a simple habit that can save you from a massive bill when you get home. You know, it's tempting to get organized by attaching your cruise luggage tags before your flight, but airport conveyor systems can easily tear them off. If you arrive at the terminal without your tags, you'll face delays, and possibly lost bags. So, wait until you reach the cruise terminal to attach your tags. It's a good idea to bring extra tags and some tape just in case, and definitely keep your cruise documents handy. This simple step really ensures your luggage arrives safely in your cabin, right where it belongs. Cruise cabins are, honestly, notorious for having very few power outlets, and in 2026, surge protectors are still not allowed due to safety regulations. If you have multiple devices to charge, you'll need to get creative. The best solution? Bring a European plug adapter. Many cabins have both US and European outlets. Also, pack a small, non-surge protected power strip if your line allows it, and double-check the rules before you sail. This little bit of planning ensures your devices are always charged and ready for adventure. The last morning of your cruise can be pretty chaotic, and waiting until then to check your final bill is a recipe for long lines and last-minute stress. Charges can add up quickly, especially with drinks, excursions, and onboard shopping. Instead, make a habit of reviewing your spending every night using the cruise app or guest services kiosks. If you spot any errors or have questions, it's much easier to resolve them before the final rush. A little vigilance each day makes for a smoother, happier disembarkation. Cruises are honestly one of the best vacations you can take, but small mistakes can quickly turn into big problems or unexpected costs. With all the changes in technology, security, and onboard policies, it's more important than ever to stay informed and be proactive. These aren't just rules, they're lifelines to making sure your trip is everything you hoped for and more. By avoiding these 15 cruise mistakes, you're setting yourself up for a smoother, cheaper, and far more relaxing journey at sea. It's those little moments of planning and awareness that let you focus on the fun, the food, and the breathtaking views. Remember, the best adventures happen when you're prepared to enjoy every second, worry-free. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel advice and inspiration. Here's to your next amazing cruise. May it be smooth sailing from start to finish.